the social cost of having somebody homeless, people don't realize the cost of it.
We keep seeing the same people over and over. We see some people almost on a daily basis.
Continuous emergency room visits, the ambulance rides, the time spent in jail. These are quite expensive services to be providing.
Say we have 50 people who are responsible for 2,000 arrests a year. If we can get help for those people, so we're not arresting them over and over again, eliminates the amount of resources we're spending.
I struggle every day before. Listerine, sanitizer. I've been drinking hairspray for about a year now.
I started when living on the street is when I got assaulted. I was in the hospital for about 3 months, and after that I just couldn't handle it. It was like I wake up in the morning, see where I want to get my next drink from, so I just go start hustling out on the street.
You know, just walk around, sleeping on the streets, kill some time for a next wine shot.
I always wanted to get off the street. I tried numerous times, get a place, and then I'd go right back out, and because I didn't have no real foundation for myself to do what I want to do.
I used to get stacks every week of reports from emergency room on clients, and they were all alcohol-related injuries.
The average on the arrest of an intoxicated person, when we have nowhere else to go, if we have to bring them to the Balmoral station and lock them up there, it's 2 officers for an hour and a half. Then we have an individual 24 hours a day guarding our prisoners as well. So it's very resource intense.
You gotta look inside yourself and try to figure out what's wrong in your life. First day, I wasn't still myself. Like the first couple of weeks, I was sick all the time. DTs, withdrawals, you name it.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember my first day in the program. After sleeping for I think 4 days, but I was still so sick that I just hung around and just tried to tough it out as best as I could with the shots,
About a week later, I started to feel better, and I still wanted to know what was going on there. I just didn't know what was going on. So I started to listen more, and I started to hang around more with friends in there.
Thank you. My average day is, in the program, I eat. I'm eating all the time. I get to do laundry. It's just like being like how I would be in my own home. I clean up, clean up after everybody, or either I cook for everybody, and it's just like you're at home with family. That's how it feels like being here.
I guess it's the program that's changing me, because I know I'm a person that wants to abide by the rules. Sometimes I may fail, but next day I want to stand up again.
These clients have some pretty tough stories that they tell, and I find, like, people say, how do you work with this type of client all the time? And I think it's because I work in a harm reduction model. And if I took every client's stressors and stories on myself, I probably would have quit years ago. But because I can work in a harm reduction, and I can say, where are you at today? Are you ready today? And if they're not, then that's okay.
Having an addiction doesn't make you a criminal. right? You have an addiction, you have a sickness. So dealing with that, we don't want to have to deal with that as the police, right? We don't want to have to deal with addicted people over and over and over again. If we can get our officers responding faster to other calls because they're not tied up, having to lock up somebody who's intoxicated, all the better. The community as a whole would benefit from that.
We had some clients, one fellow who came from a northern community who was still sleeping outside and was drinking mouthwash because we had to really sit down and do some education with him and explain to him the program, and this is your home now and this is a safe place. And I went back to see him a week later, and he had been staying in the house every night. He had been accessing services. He's eating regular meals, taking his medications. And we see him now 3 months later, and he looks fantastic. His health care has improved. And he's like, this is my family now. And he's very proud to be part of the program. Working in harm reduction really, in many ways, takes the stress off a healthcare provider. You don't feel like you're taking everybody's stuff on at once.
I've been ready for at least for a long time to try and stop, but there was no stepping stone and no foundation where I could, actually really think about what I want, Try and get myself back out into society as sober person and giving back what's being given to me. Try anyway. All I can do is just take it one day at a time, and that's it.
The program helps, man. Yeah, it really helps. Instead of drinking that crap outside, drink wine. That helps a lot. Don't feel sick in the morning. All I think about is, what time is it now? What time is it now? 8 o'clock?
I'm a totally different kind of person now that when I'm in the program, and now my siblings and my nephews, nieces, they all like me now. They enjoy my presence. And everybody else that I know, they don't run away from me now because I'm not drunk.
If you want a safe community, you need to have a healthy community first. Just like any other treatment, trying to get people into treatment and getting them healthy will lead to a safer community down the road. They need to be looked after, just not by the police.
There's not the emergency room visits that we had. There's not the ambulance rides. They're not being involved with the police department like they used to. It doesn't cost a lot to house somebody in a safe environment and to provide a harm reduction model and provide the alcohol. When you look at how much it costs for somebody to spend a day in jail and then have 2 police officers have to sit in an emergency room all day with a client until they're assessed by a doctor. We're really able to see a social impact in regards to saving money. It's just amazing that the changes that we've been able to make.